However, I had to hit stop streaming and stream, and it looks like it's back up. So, Kevin, take two, say everything you just said, so the world will hear it one more time. No, I do agree. Donald Trump is the perfect example of like not the traditional Republican. He really
don't take my point if I have to re-say it.
No, you don't have to re-say it.
No, I do, because JT needs to hear it, even though I already typed it all to him in caps. And everyone in this chat needs to know what's going on here. Libertarians have no backbone. Libertarians have no stance. They're in between. They're halfway. They act like they're so fucking great because they smoke weed. So do I. It's legal. It's not illegal anymore. Your platform doesn't have a fucking platform. It has no foundation left. Their whole thing was legalize weed, and we are socially liberal. So are Republicans as well. Nobody wants segregation. Socially liberal is America now. So your platform's fake. It's a bunch of people who don't want to take a stance, don't want to get in an argument. So they're the libertarian in the room. And no, they need to get ganged up on and pick a fucking side. Because we have two parties that sum up every situation we need. This call for a third party, I saw it on your own post, Vleeties.
I'm in it.
This is your problem. You're popular. Like, that's such a burden. Because people in high school I hated, and I was by myself, and I found select people. Everyone else was a big idiot who just followed CNN. And well, that's just you know what I mean by that.
I know.
And now you have those people in your life because you've been collecting them. You care if people like you. You want to be friends with everyone. So you got libertarians and Democrats, which are the same idiot, who are just Republicans and don't know it. They think it's a bad guy. So I feel for you, but also don't fall for the libertarian lie. In 2005, it had a place because weed was illegal. But no more.
That's true.
It's a big joke.
No, and that is true, yeah. But what do you think about legalizing heroin?
Vleeties, I don't believe in legalizing heroin. I actually believe in legalizing marijuana again. It was cheaper. I want my weed back, and it's not any more like better or convenient. My driver brought it to me anyway, and he always had like an extra eighth. Like, I don't understand the big pro of legalizing weed for a guy who sits inside all day. But Vleeties, that's the problem. Like, politics aren't about just me. Politics, by definition, is about everyone but you. So stop electing trannies thinking they're going to just fucking govern trannies.
No, and that's a really valid point, though, with the I need to vote for somebody who's like me or what, like, or we need to vote for diversity. And that is the thing with the candidates right now. A lot of people do feel, and this is not how I feel. I mean, I never really notice it. It's two really old white guys is what everyone's telling me. So fortunately, the libertarians, they're putting out an old white woman. Like, there really isn't a ton of diversity as far as race goes right now, but that doesn't stick out to me until I'm sitting here talking about it. However, Jo Jorgenson, you're so right. She wants to get the FDA out of the way of coronavirus testing, which I thought was astounding.
Ladies, let me teach you about Herman Cain. He was a black man, ready?
He
was going to be a president. But the problem was he was Republican, which is bad. So it doesn't matter what your race is if you're Republican. Ladies, we got black motherfuckers that are old. Some died, but we got some left. Those parties, those Democrats can go reach for them if they want. Instead, they're getting your favorite, Kamala Harris. You two can go eat dead babies all the fuck you want. I ain't voting for it.
She's a monster. What was her? Didn't somebody go to like AOC like with a shirt that said like we need to run on eating the babies or something? Like, she had a really scary moment where even AOC was kind of nodding her head like, this is a crazy person in front of me. And AOC is as crazy as they come, and I shouldn't say these things without having it. But eating the babies sounds like AOC's next campaign slogan.
Well, that's these people without kids. They just want to eat them till they have one. That's the thing. You don't know not to eat a kid till you have a kid, Vleeties. Also, this is a little weird, but what did you think of when AOC talked about how great Bernie Sanders was? And like, this was all supposed to happen. We do this every DNC. We have someone come out and talk about
debate.
It was so great how did she go against her party or not? I feel like you would know better than me.
No, I reached out to my stepbrother in Hawaii who's super, super AOC. I say super AOC because I don't even think he's a Democrat anymore. He's like, whatever Bernie is, I'm with that. Because I asked, I go, whoa, why would she do that to the party? Isn't the party supposed to be, I mean, we just heard Joe Biden on stage say, I am the Democratic Party. But here we have one of the tribal chiefs. She's sitting around saying, you know, I support Bernie Sanders. And she's talking about the Green New Deal, and she's upset that Joe Biden denounced it. She's upset that Trump said it's going to cost $100 trillion. And then she posted the legal document for it, And I was like trying to find how much it cost, and I couldn't find a fucking dollar sign that said, here's how much it'll cost. All it talked about was, it'll save us $500 million over the next 300 years. I was like, I don't know how you can predict that. Like, it was a very confusing document, but she seems like an insane person, and she hangs out with 3 other crazy people. And yeah, this is why when people are like, you know, oh, but the Republicans are mean. It's like, are the Republicans mean? Look at these fucking people.
It's so weird because you're talking about new stuff. I'm talking about old stuff before Herman Cain died. I didn't know there's new AOC drama. She came out about Biden even more.
Dude, she came out about Trump mainly about, she posted the actual transcript or whatever it's called for the Green New Deal because she was upset that nobody gives it everyone blows it up like it's this awful thing. But it is, yeah.
How great though was Trump when he was talking about how you want to rebuild every fucking building, and then even the fucking moderator said the exact same thing, but just said it differently. Like, what was it? He didn't say gentrify. That's a bad word too now, even though it's a good word. But it was some other way of saying like remodel. You're gonna remodel 400,000 buildings, and Trump's like, yeah, what the fuck? How are we gonna do this? It's ridiculous. Like, it is such a big waste of resources that we're just gonna go in and gentrify but not gentrify, and this new green energy plan, everyone's going to be on. Remember when fucking Biden tried to say no one's going to make a new fucking coal mine or something? He said something weird. Everyone's moving to renewable energy. Trump shook his head because he knows why he won Pennsylvania. And he knows that's not true. We are not going to renewable energy. If I have anything to say about it, Geezy.
We can add renewable energy. What's your stance on renewable energy, Zach?
We should go 1,000% nuclear. Fuck everything else.
Because
there's enough energy in nuclear material the size of a Coke can to power you for the rest of your life. Everything that you do for the rest of your life can be powered by a Coke can of nuclear material.
And even if we sold all of our uranium to Russia under Obama, we have at least a Coke can left, Vleeties. We can power this whole goddamn country for at least 2 days. Homer Simpson worked at a nuclear power plant. They're not scary. They're not evil. It's America to its core. By the way, Vleeties, it ain't the 60s anymore. We know how to control nuclear energy now. We're not going to have a meltdown like fucking Chernobyl. We're not dumb. We're America.
I was very dumb for a little bit. I told Hunter, I was like, no, you guys are ridiculous. Haven't you seen Chernobyl Diaries? All the ghosts? I'm not doing that shit. There's no need to be surrounded by ghosts ever. And yeah, like when I think the big one Biden was against was fracking, where it's like there's some countries that are getting all of their energy from fracking, and now we're going to end it because of like one environmentalist says it's not good, and with the solar energy and wind energy, I mean, Zach, and you're in the desert, Kevin, but like I've been through Palm Springs where they have all these wind turbines. There's like 300 wind turbines and 2 will be spinning. It's like, what the fuck? What are these for? I got an anonymous gifter. Somebody gifted Escaro a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much for the anonymous gifter. But let's see. And then he says, I use bits to play Biden's tax plan, but it never played. We will get that for your broken freaking neck. And then, yeah, Chernobyl.
But no, dude, I'm the house I just bought. It has paid off solar. I can't be fucking happier about that.
Right.
But in the grand scheme of things, like you can't run a fucking business on solar on the roof. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Some days
Same with wind.
Yeah,
it doesn't blow every day.
It doesn't
it's not sunny every day.
It's not sunny every day. And when it's nighttime, the sun's gone. Like you need to have other forms of energy.
Ladies, the California's on fire because of the environment, right? No. And by the way, these statistics are online. Fires are down by like a quarter. There was like 6,000 fires in the 60s. Like they document every California wildfire, and they're way down. It's down to 2,000 now. But now I really feel like they're putting them in strategic places now. Like Democrats are putting fires near Tyler's house, so his grandmother stops watching Fox News. Now they're getting closer to people, so we have this image that they're happening more often. Also, Vleeties, Trump supported forest management during the debate. He had to sneak it in under the moderator, but he supported publicly burning forests on our own to keep them under control, which I think you taught me that. So it's great that after like days after you taught me that, Trump supported it. And I am going to go, but let me say before I go, JT never said he was a libertarian. All he said was that Jeff Daniels in that newsroom show said he was a libertarian, but that was not enough to deter me from writing all this. I said, libertarians don't, I wrote all this to him. It was asleep. It's going to be a while. Tell me when to stop. Hang up on me whenever. I said, libertarians don't exist. They don't win, so they don't count. They're people who won't take a side, so they're not in the conversation. No backbone. And you know how I type Vleeties. This is like one line at a time.
Yeah, exactly. This is like the Green Deal.
This is about Jeff Daniels. Even if he's written as calling himself libertarian, he's still written as a douchebag liberal. So it's quite realistic, actually. As the left tries to find a new name for what they think they are. They're Republicans and need to accept it. Libertarians think they're different or better by saying, I'm socially liberal. So are this is all the stuff I just yelled. So are Republicans in 2020. America in 2020 is socially liberal. Imagine waking up to this. Even if the media lies daily about it. He's probably thinking, Kevin, work on one of my songs. Stop typing that. Then I wrote, enough with the libertarian cop-out. Like, I wasn't even done. I just kept going. Your candidates suck, and your platform sucks. People don't even know what it means. But it's some sort of sleeper, dark horse, cool political party that has no future. Then I wrote, too long, didn't read. All white Democrats think they're libertarian, and it's a meme to me. Even though I wrote too long, didn't read, I still wrote more. Then I wrote, they're Republicans who were convinced it's bad. And then I screenshotted where he wrote, all I want is a wage increase. That's the sad thing about this Vleeties is he just wrote stuff in the TWFS chat. I saw it the next day, and I screenshotted it and yelled at him. So then I wrote, typical liberal. Trump gives you tax cuts. Learn math and figure out why that's better. And I go, especially as someone who doesn't even make a wage. You're a fucking entrepreneur. Stop rooting for minimum wage people. They're losers.
Right.
Nobody should be able to raise a This is bad. Nobody should be able to raise a family. This is a lot after too long didn't read. Nobody should be able to raise a family working minimum wage job. And any political candidate who pitches it will destroy the infrastructure of America. JT, wake up. We got talking to do. Tell me your vote history now. This was in all caps. And then I just wrote, get on Discord. And then that was the end of it.
Get on Discord. It went well, though. It sounded like he got some points in, you got some points in, and it all worked out. But, yeah, I agree. Like, my thing is minimum wage job, minimum wage life. I've been saying that. JT, we're going to get you a higher wage, my friend.
No, real quick, JT, you're not minimum wage people. Your wife's been at McDonald's for years. She's gotten raises, okay? She's like a manager. You personally make art for a lot more than minimum wage, and if you make it for less, that's good. Because you're doing your business. You're functioning, doing your own thing. There is no wage. Wages don't exist for people like you and I. And your wife's doing great. All right, JT. Vleeties, I love you. Geezy, you're better. And JT, I love you more than both of them. I'm going.
Thank you, Kevin Scampoli.
And I'm out.
Thank you for joining us tonight. So let's catch up on some of those sounders that we missed. I think we had a...
Guess what? If you elect me, you're not going to have your taxes are going to be raised, not cut.
Which is so frustrating.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, like nobody understands how annoying that is, that my taxes are getting raised by some asshole.
Why would anybody vote for that?
I don't know. And like the best part of that video is the people behind him, because he was in North Carolina. Half the people were like, what the fuck did he just say?
They're in the Thunderdome like that.
Why would he brag about that? Yeah. Tell you what. And then, he tries to make it about rich people, but it's always interesting to me when you look at like where the richest people live, like California, New York, all of these blue staters are where all the rich people are. But all the states that are all like, Texas and Arkansas, they all vote red. You know what I mean? Like, it's this weird, everybody's like, oh, we got to get the rich. It's like, no, you're in an area where the rich are voting for this because they know it's going to work better for them. So stop saying that I'm the rich. I want low taxes. So people are like, how can you vote for Trump? Low taxes, motherfucker. If you put aside his personality that you don't like, which I actually do like, it's like, I like that he lowered my taxes. What else do I need to say? What else can I say? Isn't that the most important thing for me as a man trying to raise his family, that I pay less taxes? I have a much better tax break every year, and I still get money back in April. It's not like I don't get any tax return, but it's nice that, because when you think about taxation, and this is super red pill, I didn't plan to go down this route, but when you think about being taxed, it really is, they're taking that money from you without you having any say whatsoever. You don't know what that money's going towards. That's why things like Planned Parenthood are ridiculous to be funded by federal tax dollars. Why the fuck should we as Americans have our tax dollars go to killing unborn babies and we don't even agree with it? Like, there should be a box that I can check that says I do not support abortion. Like, it's like, okay, then we won't use any of your tax dollars for that. Thank you. I'll put another check. Thank you.
That is a revelation, Vleeties. We should push that policy. If you get your tax form when you get a job,
Yeah.
and it says, okay, here's 30 things that your taxes can go to. You get to pick 5. So then the American people get to pick the budget for the government.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
One of the Joe Jorgensen things that I'm seeing here is like she wants to, the size of the FBI. The FBI is too big, is what she says. I didn't even know this, but we pay for France's military. Did you know that? I guess a lot of American tax dollars go towards our allies' militaries. Like foreign countries, we help beef up their militaries. I don't know if that's to work with us or whatever. So that makes me even more mad when during the bombs in Paris and Barack Biden's like, we will stand by with whatever France would like to do. Yeah. It's like, no, we pay for
your shit.
We own your military. Let's go fucking get ISIS right now. It took Trump, 7 months to get ISIS? Like, why didn't they just end it right then and there? So I didn't even know that. But yeah, if we're owning other people's militaries, then we own the whole entire world if we're paying for the other militaries. Joe Jorgensen would leave TikTok alone. She says she understands the frustration with some tech companies, but this is the definition of fascism when the government starts dictating what private companies can do, and we need to stop. So the TikTok thing will never go away. I understand why Trump is doing it, because they are, like China, we are on a very shaky ground with. So I know that he's trying to protect us, but in a weird way, she's correct, where it's like we are going, like, but he's protecting us. He's like Batman. He's doing it for a good reason. Right? He's Batman?
He's doing it because there's legitimate security concerns? I don't know. I never got on TikTok.
Yeah, I know. And that's the other thing is who gives a fuck? But so TikTok was created by an organization that has pictures of them, like the creators of TikTok. There's a lot of photos of them with like Communist Party materials. Like, they're holding the flag and stuff. So allegedly,
they live in the communist country. What do you want to do?
Allegedly, what's been going on isn't it the People's Republic of China? All right, they're allegedly not communist, even though they're killing Muslims or whatever who've tried and flee to Hong Kong. Wow, and that's what LeBron James is supporting. But so allegedly, what's been going on is TikTok sells. So TikTok is a Chinese-owned organization, and they're just selling all that information off to other countries, other terrorist organizations, putting that information on the dark web. Because who's on there? Kiddos, a bunch of dumb teenagers who are dancing to WAP on. They're just hanging out dancing to WAP on TikTok, of course. So I understand why he wants to get rid of it.
I've done some dumb things, and I'll do dumb things again.
And that quote, by the way, is one of the reasons why I still support The Rock, because I can't wait for like 2 years from now. He's going to go, look, I've done some dumb things. I'll do dumb things again. And yeah, the minimum wage thing, Joe Jorgensen does have a very good point on it. And it actually is my point as well when I say minimum wage job, minimum wage life, where she had a minimum wage job when she was 16, which is like, yeah, I think that's kind of what they're there for, is to have that minimum wage job, and you move up, you get promotions, you do what you can to keep moving up the ladder to find, you're not supposed to stay at that minimum wage. It's for entry-level positions or even entry-level into the workforce. So I agree with her on a lot of things, but Kevin's so right. If you're voting Libertarian, you're really just afraid to admit that you're a Republican, because the only real difference that I see here, other than the TikTok thing, was and first of all, she wants to expand immigration. I want to turn immigration back to the way it was in the 1920s before we closed our borders. So I don't know the history of immigration at all, which, of course, as soon as she says that, I go, did that only start in the 1920s? So, and that's the thing is, like, I try and pretend that I'm educated. But when she drops a line like that, 1920s, it's like, I don't know anything about 1920s immigration law. So now we need to go back in and look. But I do agree that getting the FDA out of things like coronavirus, because even like the vaccine stuff, like if they create a vaccine, there's months of testing that go into it that makes it take longer to get to the public. So do I think that there is room for a third party? Now, I agree with Kevin. Donald Trump's clearly the best president for right now. But let's say in 4 years we don't get another Trump. Let's say in 4 years we get a fucking Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney was pretty much a liberal when he ran for president. I mean, he was. It really was. That's why if we could do Kevin wants to talk about voter history, I think my first election was 2012. I think it was Romney versus Obama. And I was on the fucking fence, hardcore, about who to vote for. Because, like, my brother was dating Chelsea at the time, and she's super liberal and super connected and super informed. So when I would have conversations with her, I was like, am I a liberal? I swear. Like, am I a Democrat? I swear I'm not a Democrat. Like, I thought my whole life I was a Republican. I voted for Mitt Romney. See, when he brought up that 47% of Americans feel entitled, and a lot of people were offended by that, I was like, no, he's right. Bunch of these fucking assholes feel like they deserve welfare, that they deserve food stamps, all this bullshit. And I'm over here working 3 jobs again, just trying to make ends meet, and I'm in college or whatever. Like, what do these guys get to talk about? So I've been very conservative, like, my entire life, really. And then when I went to the booth in 2016, I was standing there. I was looking at 2 names, Donald Trump and Gary Johnson. I was on the fence. I wanted to be hipster back then, that I can vote for the Libertarian candidate because, hey, I live in Texas. Trump's going to win anyway. When I pulled up to the voting station, Trump signs everywhere. Like, unbelievable amount of Trump signs. 1 sign at the very end for Hillary Clinton. And I was like, I'm not voting for Hillary Clinton. Don't like her. Don't trust her. I don't trust her when she talks. I didn't vote for John Kerry, Kevin. I just thought he won that debate when I was 14. They wouldn't let me vote.
It was a debate.
It was a debate, Kevin. Who was I supposed to? The whole reason anyone was there is because it was a debate. So, ultimately, and Zach, let's get into your voter history. Conservative pretty much your entire life, correct? Was there ever a moment where you were like, I like this Barack guy? And you can be honest. Now that you have a Trump flag behind you, no one can say anything.
I never voted for Obama. I didn't vote for Bush. I would have. I don't think I was old enough. I remember Dunlap at the time was the only one who could vote because he was a year older than everybody in high school.
Yeah, I think he was 18, right? And that was when the voting age was 18. And
I was very pro-Bush.
Right,
I'm not so much now. I mean, I was still voted for him because he's Republican, but he was okay. I used to love him. But
after 9/11, I think everyone loved him. Everybody was like, "Fuck yeah!" Because can you imagine if Barack Obama, like, the Twin Towers go down, and it's like, we're gonna investigate what happened, and we will get back.
I'm gonna go play golf.
We will get back to you when we have more findings on who is responsible. We will say today is a tragedy, and as Americans, we will rebuild and we will move forward.
And I'll talk about it on SNL.
And then, like 6 years later, we'll be like, man, we should have went after those guys who got the towers. Like, no, we went and got them.
No,
we zero dark 30'd them, and we gave Obama the credit.
But no, dude, Romney, I think I didn't vote for Obama. I either didn't vote or I voted for Romney. Dude, now that I live in Utah, I would never vote for Mitt Romney.
Right, now that you're around the Mormons, right?
Oh, my Lord.
You're surrounded amongst them.
Now that I even know what Mormonism is, I would never vote for Mitt Romney.
Some of my best friends here are Mormon, and we just leave religion out of it. But the main thing that I can get any religious person, even if they pretend they're liberal, as soon as you bring up abortion, you suddenly get them to open up, and they're like, oh yeah, that's the worst thing my party does, and it's terrible, and it's literally murder. And I've been supporting them my entire, because I've even had liberals try and say, like, that's a state issue. And it's like, no, you're going to vote for Kamala Harris, who's like 100% on board. So when a Supreme Court justice does die, you're able to get somebody in there that's going to protect your new constitutional right that's not in there about abortion. It's not in there, everybody. So there's nothing in the Constitution that says you can kill an unborn baby. Officer Tatum was wearing a shirt on YouTube today that was like, it was like, life starts at conception, not perception. I was like, ooh. I was like, that's a pro-life shirt I've ever seen. And we got a song from JT. So I just thought it was fascinating. I thought it was fascinating when I read about the commission for presidential debates. So there is a hashtag Melania tapes is trending on Twitter. It's never good when you open things and that's what's up. Number one, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. That was what Maya Angelou said. I don't know what that means. July 20, 2018. What's this?
I'm working like a actor. Support him. I don't say enough. I don't do enough. No. Where I am, I'm working like a ass. My ass. I know. Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Yeah, but go ahead, 100%. You have no choice.
And then I do it, and I say that I'm working on Christmas, planning for the Christmas, and they said, oh, what about the children? They were separated. Give me a break. Where they were saying anything when Obama did that?
I know.
I cannot go. I was trying to get the kid reunited with the mom. I didn't have a chance. Needs to go through the process and through the law.
But here's my thing. Hear what you just said. But instead of that, you're messaging. You were so loved.
They would not do the story. We put it out. They would not do the story.
I'm telling you.
You would not believe it. They would not do the story because they would not do the story because they are against us because they're liberal media. Yeah, if I go to Fox, they will do the story. I don't want to go to Fox.
It's so interesting.
What is bad in that?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything that was bad.
Wife complain that she does all this shit. I mean, my wife complains all the time, and she does do all this shit. What?
But I don't. Yeah, I don't understand. If that's the only clip, that's the only clip I'm seeing going around. I guess they played that on CNN tonight.
That's what I saw. I saw the transcript as you were playing. That's all there is.
I mean, if that's all there is, I don't know what the problem is. Melania Trump complained about having to plan a White House Christmas decoration. Like, who gives a fuck about Christmas stuff? Sure. I mean, honestly, yeah. If you're a mom, you're the first lady. It's like, give me a fucking break. And then they said, oh, what about the children that they were separated? It's like, give me a fucking break. Yeah, I kind of agree with. I don't know what the bad part is. The hashtag Melania tapes make it sound like there's a woman who's being attacked by the liberal media every day. Kids in Cages was started by Barack Obama. And let's stop pretending that I really don't understand. I really don't understand.
The headline.
Yeah,
the headline.
Click the headline. I think that we're safe. I think we made it out just fine. Before we go, real quick, are we excited for the WWE draft that starts next week? Now, Zach, you've never experienced a WWE draft, have you?
Never. My first experience was watching that documentary like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the ruthless aggression stuff. Yeah. So what they do now is every couple of years or weeks or months, however they want to do it, is they'll have the draft. And it's not really a draft. It's more of like a trade. Or it's more of like a, it's like guys from Raw are going to go to SmackDown to Raw. And maybe even this year they'll throw NXT in there. Like maybe we'll get some guys from NXT onto the main roster and vice versa. Because I think Bobby Roode is probably going. I've heard rumors he's going back to NXT. So we'll see what happens there. But I am excited for this draft, Nathan Weller, to answer your highlighted message that you redeemed for 100. I really am excited for this. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's time to kind of mix things up. I kind of was more excited that they were just getting rid of the brand split during COVID, but that does make it confusing when you have a million champions and they're all on both shows. Like it kind of gets very diluted. So I think we are going to see. I'm wondering if we're going to see a main title switch.
I hope so.
Oh,
Otherwise,
shit.
why do that shit? It's it's really they're in the back room like Keith Lee, your numbers are down. We got to switch this.
No,
up.
and that's all it is really. It's what it used to be, and when it worked was now there's only one guy in charge of creative. It's Bruce Pritchard. So he's, and it could be one of those because what it used to be was guys on Raw they had their own creative team, guys on SmackDown had their own creative team, and they would kind of get together and go like, okay, what are your thoughts for the upcoming year? Like, who do you think you can take from our show and do something better with them that we're not really doing that much with? Or who do you like on our show that's really hot right now that would be a good addition to Raw, SmackDown, go back and forth? And ultimately, Vince would have he had the final say, damn it. And yeah, this is 53 minutes ago. This is OBJ's last chance. If he shits the bed, he's fucking gone. Dig it. I kind of agree with that, by the way. OBJ is really letting me down. Like, he's on the Browns, and it's just showing. It's showing that he's turning into a mediocre talent on a mediocre team. And they're playing the Cowboys this week, so we'll see. I mean, the Browns have a run-heavy offense. I think it's completely chance that if they shock the Cowboys and go over the top, because the Cowboys still haven't signed Earl Thomas for some reason. I think there's a very good chance OBJ can have his best game of the year against the Dallas Cowboys. But Yeah, moving guys around on Raw and SmackDown, I think it'll be fun. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I can totally see Drew McIntyre going to SmackDown, and I can totally see Roman Reigns coming to Raw. And I don't know why. I know they've set up some stuff for Roman and the Usos, but I can just see Roman being the big star. I guess SmackDown's kind of the main show now that it's on Fox. But normally, whatever the hottest champion is would be on Raw. And it just seems like Roman going to Raw makes sense. I'm this big champion. This is still the 3-hour show.
So can I ask you a question here?
Sure.
I'm new. People are gonna fucking roast me anyways. Does Roman Reigns still fucking cock his Superman punch?
I didn't see it happen during his match with Jimmy, or with Jay rather. He probably does. He might be kind of getting rid of that shit. The gimmicky cock in the fist. I never liked it, didn't like it, and then
that is fucking AJ Styles' hair for him. When I saw his old matches and he was doing that, I was like, I can't take him serious. Fuck,
because he's jerking his wrist off. Yeah, the Hero of Sin says he jerks it off. Yeah, I mean it really is like he just gives it a little jerk and then punches the ground and then hits a real punch. It is a little odd. I don't know why, but now that he's a heel, he has kind of backed off on that. So, but I have a feeling he'll be your newest Raw superstar. So get ready for that, everybody. And
what's gonna happen with the Fiend though? That's all that matters.
Him and Alexa. I don't know. That's what's frustrating. Is like, I kind of like good guy Fiend, but he makes so much more sense as a heel, right? Like he's definitely gonna turn heel, and like that's why I think if Drew McIntyre goes to SmackDown, that's his next feud is the Fiend and Drew McIntyre, and I could even see the Fiend getting a belt out of that, but. With Roman, like you could turn Fiend heel again and have him feud with McIntyre, but yeah, I don't know what the plan is. That's why it's fun to watch these things because it's fun because they'll do like one important one. They'll do one like holy shit, Fiend is now on Raw, or they'll do it might be on Braun Strowman's probably going to Raw for sure, but they'll do things like that. Braun Strowman, who's not really doing anything, is now on Raw. They'll put a fucking
he was on Underground recently, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. He did like I'm just here for the Underground. Underground is gone, according to this previous Raw. I didn't see it. I didn't see the really tall black dude talking to Shane. That wasn't there. Dabba-Kato, I didn't see Dabba-Kato anywhere. Gosh, Raw Underground. It's weird. Wrestling's weird right now. AEW is pretty good, though. Maybe we should stick with there. We just stick with that. We'll be fine. We got a new song from Jeremy Taylor that we're going to ride off into the sunset, too. But I just wanted to reiterate. I did want to reiterate that the last topic that I did kind of want to go into was that commission on debates and how they are a little bit corrupt. Where I guess they had a committee that was in charge of running debates, and then the Republican and Democratic parties hated them. So I'm gonna have to go into it later. Maybe we'll do an exclusive for Discord just on these fucking guys because it was astonishing. I need to re-listen to that episode, but. Trump tweeted about trying to get a new anchor and a smarter Democrat candidate. So they want in response to this debate, because it was holy shit. Chris Wallace really went in. A lot of people were upset with him, as was I, because he wasn't even saying like, you haven't done any of this stuff. He was even telling Trump, you don't have any health care plan. You've had the most of this. Like he was really throwing his opinions out there. It was like, hey buddy, you're the moderator. You're the moderator. I would have just kept saying that over and over again. So, Zach, before we ride off, I think we did it all, right?
Yeah, I think we did it. We sufficiently did it for tonight.
I don't know if there was enough fantasy football, but we talked.
That's where I was going because Nathan had just begged for more fantasy football, but he's going to have to deal.
You know what? I don't really have anything fantasy football related other than I started Jamison Crowder. I mean, we can always do. How did he do? Let's do that. We'll just see. We'll go through my starting lineup for this weekend real quick. Because, I think a lot of people like fantasy football. And it's a good listen. And it's a good, a lot of podcasts solely talk about fantasy football. We can do an entire show on that. But let's see. Let's bring up the Samsung display. Even though this is a Sanyo now. It's no longer a Samsung. So looking at my screen right now, I got 13.9 points in the JT League, or not the JT, in the Hambino League, where the Redskins, that's what we're called. We're only projected to get 119 against this guy who's projected to get 130. so it's not looking good. Is that 13.9 from Jamison Crowder? Did it pay off? Look at that, baby. Jamison Crowder, 13.9. When he was projecting it at 11, I was like, dude, you know what? Fuck it. He's got to throw to somebody. Like, it's got to go to somebody here. But this lineup, and yeah, I agree with Nathan Weller right here. Odell Beckham Jr., who I have in 2 leagues, better step up this week. He's listed as questionable. What's the questionable mean? Is he okay? But yeah, he's averaging just 51 receiving yards per game for the Browns this season. I mean, that's shitty. Like, he doesn't have a game over 100 receiving yards. I mean, he's never had a game with more than 4 catches. Like, this is not Odell Beckham Jr., right? Is this the same guy?
No, he is not the same guy. He's an impersonator. But Matty Spice, he did remind me that I forgot we need to rename his team name because he lost to me. So
that's true.
I'm leaning towards Tim Tebow as my hero. You got any better ideas? It's got to be Tebow because he can't stand Tebow.
I do like Tebow is my hero, or I even like Tebow time. It's Tebow time, and then does he have to change his team image has to change, right?
Yeah, it has to be a.
It's got to be Tim Tebow kneeling, right? Doing the Tebow. He's got to be Tebowing in there.
I was thinking either that or when they gave him the Friar Tuck fucking haircut when he was a rookie.
Oh yeah, they shaved the top of his head. He's winning. He's winning though. Okay, I mean Tim Tebow. He married a beauty queen from South Africa. I think it's working out for Tim Tebow. Even though didn't he say his baseball playing days were done? Isn't he finally giving that up?
I don't know what he's doing. He should just hang it up. Go on your. He speaks all the time. He can make so much money.
Yeah, he's a public speaker. He's written like 3 books, 4 books already. He's fine. So yeah, this team is looking set for the week. I was gonna go John Brown because I think DJ Chark is still hurt and he had limited practice. So I was like, I don't even know if I want to bank having him in. It's saying that he had some extra things, but he's playing the Bengals defense. I was like, let's give him a break and let's go Jamison Crowder. However, last second, if I hear he's 100% he's going to play, I feel like OBJ is going to light up Dallas. I live here. I know the team sucks. Odell Beckham Jr. is going to ball out. So that lineup is set. That lineup is good to go. This is my favorite team.
So we're set on Matty Spice. We're talking to you. You're here right now live. Your new team name is Tebow time.
Tebow time. Picture of Tebow doing his Tebow. He's Tebowing. Saying a prayer. He's taking a knee for the Lord. Send it. Yeah, send it. My favorite team name that I have, trade Mike Trout. We need to do it. We get rid of him. I like that you're like, no, for Mike Trout. I don't give a fuck about Mike Trout's career. I care about the Angels. We got to win some championships. I'm not joined spiritually to Mike Trout.
It's like saying, let's trade Jordan. We got to get some championships around here.
But that's the thing. He won the championships. Like, he took a hometown discount. He was nice to the team. Trout wants to be the highest paid player. Go be the highest paid player in fucking Kansas City. I don't care. This team, trade Mike Trout. I got Aaron Rodgers. I'm 3-0. I'm probably going to win this league because I got Aaron Rodgers so freaking late. This is the league where I have Ty. Ty was just on the, but I do have Chark. So Chark's probably going to get the start. I just need to know if he's 100% healthy. I need Deebo Samuel to figure out his injury. I got Rex Burkhead based off of that one game that he had, although he's projected to get 6.4 now. Myles Gaskin is underrated, by the way. People don't like Myles Gaskin for some reason. Like 7, 10, 10. Come on, he's fine. Why are we all upset? He's getting touches. That's all you got to look for is this number right here. Rushing attempts, baby. Give him the ball. Got to feed Zeke. But yeah, this team is probably going to win. I got Alvin Kamara, Aaron Rodgers, Kenyon Drake if he could figure his shit out. Let me ask you this. Tyler Perry and I were trying to work out a trade. It didn't happen. But he needs a running back badly, right? My running backs are as follows. I have Joe Mixon, who is on the trading block always for me.
Yeah.
Kenyon Drake, Devin Singletary, Myles Gaskin, Cam Akers. And I do have Malcolm Brown, but that was the handcuff for Cam Akers. Malcolm Brown's clearly fallen off because Darrell Henderson's taken over. So I think I tried to drop him, but I lost the waiver claim, and I need to pick up a defense for this league. So with this, I tried to trade. So Ty proposed to me because he was like, out of his team, he's got George Kittle, and he's got Darren Waller. So he's got 2 tight ends. Ooh. And Kittle's hurt. So he was thinking of flipping George Kittle. And I believe the trade that I put forward to him was Myles Gaskin and Joe Mixon for Amari Cooper and George Kittle. And because he's got good receivers, he's got good tight ends, he has no running backs. So I was like, dude, I'm flipping you 2 good running backs for your backup tight end and your receiver. And he was like, fuck. And he was like, I thought he was going to do it for sure. And at the last second, he's like, I can't do it. He turned it down. And then he says, what about Kenyon Drake for Kittle straight up? Now, the problem with that is I think I like Kenyon Drake more than Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
But when you look at like the projected stats, that's not a bad trade for me. I just George Kittle's hurt right now. So it's like I'm going to lose 1 week of 15 points.
When is Garoppolo back too? Because that matters.
I think he's back this week. I think he had full practice already. So I think he's back. But when I look, like, I feel like if I brought in George Kittle, because I have Hunter Henry, who has been playing well, 9, 11, 7. That's all I really need from my tight end based on my running backs and my receivers. Like, I don't need a ton of points from my fucking tight end. But if I had Kittle, put Kittle right in there, baby. And then we're in one of these leagues with the double super flexes or whatever. So it's like you have not super flex, no quarter.
Double super flex?
Not quarter. Not quarter, just double flex. Because a lot of leagues, you don't have a tight end as part of your flex, which we've always done that. So we have double flexes. Ty wanted to get rid of the flex. He was like, with COVID, I don't want to worry about we need more people on the. His idea was we need more people on the waiver wire. My idea was we need more people on our rosters.
Yeah.
So what Jason had always done was 5 roster spots, 5 bench spots, which drives me fucking nuts. Because there's been so many times like I don't want to drop the Patriots defense, but I need to pick up a defense. So who am I going to fucking drop? I mean, obviously I'm going to drop Malcolm Brown, but normally it's like, dude, I got to drop Evan Ingram so I can pick up a fucking defense. Like, it's always like that. Like, it would always be something ridiculous like that. Like, we need one more bench spot just to fuck with shit. So when Jason was like, no, I like the 5 bench spots, but do we want to add a flex? I go, yes. Let's just add another starting position then, because I'm treating that like it's an extra bench spot. So that way I can have, like, right now Malcolm Brown is my useless guy. So and I should have picked up the fucking. Let's see what defenses are available right now.
Now here's one piece of advice for everybody listening, and some people might know this because people are pretty serious. If you start a Thursday night guy in your flex spot, you're a fucking idiot.
Really?
Put your Thursday night players in the positions they play so that you can use your flex spot to adjust more. You'll have more flexibility, like the whole point of the position.
Yeah, the whole point. And that's a good point, yeah. I mean, I thought that was obvious. But, yeah, if you're one of the people that, for some reason, let's say you had Jamison Crowder in your flex position and not the receiver position, yeah, that's definitely – don't do that. You don't need to do that. Don't be a hero. I'm thinking, what do you think about Cincinnati's defense against Gardner Minshew? Do you think that's a good start?
I think they're going to get tore up. What defense do you have?
New England, but they're playing Mahomes this week.
So?
That's kind of what I thought. I was like, I feel like Mahomes is going to give me some picks. I think he's going to throw a couple picks against Belichick's defense. But I don't like Green Bay, even though it says it's a favorable matchup. For some reason, Monday Night Football games scare the fuck out of me. I just feel like for some reason, Matt Ryan's going to throw 900 touchdowns on Monday night. They're going to lose.
Indy's defense is available? Didn't they get like 60 points last week?
But I got to claim him off waivers. Somebody dropped him for some reason. I'll pick him up.
Because they're playing Chicago? You want to take him?
Dude,
take them
against Foles?
Trubisky's done, right?
Yeah, it's Foles now. And then here's the thing. So I got to place a bid on it. This is one of these leagues where you got to have bids.
Is it Fab?
Yeah, you got to do the free agent bucks or whatever it's called. I need him by October 3rd, which is on Saturday, right? Yeah, Saturday. So this is always so tricky because we only have 100. So there's sometimes by like week whatever, I have no fucking money anymore. Like, so let's just go ahead and put. I don't think anybody's gonna want their defense, right? $6 because I think 5 is the common one. I'll do 6. $6. Give me the Indianapolis Colts defense. Drop Malcolm Brown. Evan Ingram, pick up your shit, man. Terrible. So and then let's go back. I think I got one more team I want to look at for you, Nathan Weller. Dumb things again. And let's see. I thought I had points in this game. No points in this game. Cam Newton, Travis Kelce, DK Metcalf, Edwards-Helaire, Todd Gurley, Kenyon Drake. Todd Gurley better ball out. I better not see him on the stationary bike in the fourth quarter. He should be in the fucking game, all right? DJ Chark, if he's ready to go, I might throw him in here instead of Travis Kelce. But maybe even not.
Nathan Whalen in the chat. Now, let's go through Geezy's team.
Ooh. It's your Yahoo login. Let's switch all the things. Get your teams up here. Nathan Weller is having to ride off into the sunset. All right.
You don't want to see my teams. Other than the gridiron, I'm not doing well.
So you're not doing well. You don't draft enough tight ends. I was telling you, the big thing this season is to draft tight ends.
No, I got fucked by injuries. One league, Saquon was my first pick. My main league, my first 2 picks were Devontae Adams and Michael Thomas, and I was so fucking pumped for this year because it's a PPR league, full point PPR. And I've been absolutely fucked these last 3 weeks.
Yeah, there's it's been injuries. I've been very I'm gonna knock on more wood. I've been very fortunate to not have like the big injury bug. I've had, obviously, you see DJ Chark. I left him in one of my fucking leagues, by the way, because I didn't know he was out. Like, I just didn't even know. Normally Yahoo like notifies me like, hey, you got a non-starter in your lineup. So I'm watching the game, or I watched a little bit of it, and they say DJ Chark is out, and I go, don't I have him in like two of my teams? So I was able to switch it in one because like it was right before kickoff, and it didn't work out. But we have one league that we're in, another league that we're in together. We can look at your team. We're in 2 leagues together. We can look at all the teams. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I haven't even checked my lineups though. Let's see.
You're rusty. Let's see. You're wee booming 0-3.
Oh, that league, that's the league I got. I haven't even dropped Saquon in that league yet.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
You got Saquon. You can put him in your IR. You got an IR spot. And you got Tariq Cohen. You had Jamison Crowder, you fuck. I would have traded. I would have traded for you. But yeah, you
trade me right now.
You got Kyler.
First 3 picks next year.
Yeah, next year. Trade all my picks. Darius
Yeah,
Slayton,
I got the Kyler and Jesus.
DeAndre Hopkins is his name.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, that's a solid combo there.
It hasn't worked out so far.
Mandrews, David Montgomery. That's unfortunate. He's projected to get 13 points. Is he a good running back? No.
If you follow the projections.
He had one good week. Let's go to you in the gridiron where you're trying to trade me Patrick Mahomes for damn near nothing.
So that league, what league is this? This is your work league?
Yeah, a lot of my old coworkers are in that league.
I do not pay attention to that league at all.
I try my best.
I make sure that I'm not starting people that aren't playing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'd sit for at least an hour and look at the gridiron in my other main league.
I'm a stinker tinker kind of guy. Whenever I'm on the toilet, I just pull up leagues and I just go through them and make sure everything's fine. It used to be Facebook, but I hate reading what people think. I just hate other people now. That's what it's done to me. So you got Darius Slayton in this league too. What do you like, Darius Slayton? He sucks. Just kidding. He's like
he had potential.
He has potential. He had a lot of points.
No, it's what's his face is hurt. Who's their primary receiver?
Oh, Golden Tate. Who is the Giants receiver? I don't even know who the Giants receiver is. Robbie Anderson. Miles Sanders, another David Montgomery. So you kind of do what I do. You have tendencies of picking the same guys. Just unfortunately.
I think those are like ADP picks. I'm pretty sure.
Like just based on like where they were drafted at. Like, yeah, go with him.
Yeah.
Then you got Fournette. Is Mark Ingram too like not the best running back on that team anymore?
Oh, dude, he's fucking killed me this year.
Yeah, he's useless.
He hasn't done shit.
How do you get 10 rushing attempts and get 2 fantasy points? That means you're a shitty running back, right? Is that what that means?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's how you don't want to live your life, kids. Kiddos out there, keep that in mind. That's not how you live your life. So let's groove out to this new Jay Tate song. Thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out. Remember we were going to end early, Zach, and record some stuff?
I said you jinxed it right after that.
Right after that, I jinxed it. I shouldn't have went to break. I honestly, next Tuesday, we'll stick to that 90-minute timeline, and we'll be able to record some exclusive shit afterwards. Well, because when I do hour 1, hour 2, that's how I always fuck myself over. Because once I get back from hour 2, or from hour 1, I have so much extra shit to get into. It's like, oh my gosh. So Thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out until the day that I'm dead. My name is Ryan Van Vliet. Thank you so much, Zach, for coming in, kicking it with us. Always a perfect co-host in every sense of the word. Let me find the thing that lets me. It's called the ride out slide. I put that up on the screen when it's time to ride out. That's when it's over. That's when all the misdoings have been done, and it's time to go ahead and ride off. So, any parting words for the folks about this weekend?
Watch some football, register to vote. Tyler Spider is not on right now, but I missed shouting him out last week because he got woke in the Discord like 2 weeks ago. He messaged me. He said, dude, I have to vote. Like, I'm woke. I'm pissed off now. The liberals are pissing me off. And I was like, oh, that's great. So I sent him literally the link on how to vote in California, and he did it right there.
And if anyone,
so I'm proud of him.
Yeah, maybe we're recruiting people. Maybe we're like Scott Pressler. Yeah, we're signing up new people to vote. If anyone,
well, I did the nice thing. I said, I don't give a fuck who you vote for, but just fucking vote. You can't not vote. Otherwise,
vote.
You can't say shit about it.
Yeah, you can't complain. You can't enjoy funny memes. You have to vote.
I feel like Kevin right now. If you don't vote, go fuck off.
No,
don't complain.
I'm more like Kevin. Vote for Trump. What are you guys doing? Holy shit. Do you like America or not? Because if you don't like America, you should vote for the other guy. Or if you really like America, third party, baby. We at least got to give America. If this was a democracy, there'd be more than 2 fucking people. JT says
it's a waste of a vote.
Yeah, JT says he can't vote, but I'll vote for you, JT. I'll make sure that Trump.
The problem with your third party is it's part of a Republican Party, conservative party, so you're just splitting up the votes on our side. Until the Democrats have their own third party vote.
The Libertarians, though,
you're helping them.
I'm telling you, I had a feminist. There was a feminist doing the interview with Joe Jorgenson. So she was very liberal, and she was even like, I'm a Libertarian now. Because, yeah, a lot of things are very, very liberal on that, what they call Libertarian. That's why it starts with lib. There's two kinds of libtards. There's liberals and libertarians. Those are the two. So what we're going to do, Zach, is I'm going to put this screen up, actually. I like this screen a lot right now. We're going to put this up. Everyone's going to see the GIF that JT uses of me during the songs, and we're going to hear the song. And then towards the end of the song, we're going to put up the final screen, and we're going to ride out into the sunset. Does that work?
That works. Let's do it.
Till the day that I'm dead, my name is Ryan Van Vliet. Thank you guys for so much for coming in, kicking it with us. And, go vote for Donald Trump. If you're not going to vote, just go vote for Donald Trump. Or Libertarian. Because at least if they get some points, maybe we can get a third party up in here. I think it would help.
Don't believe in superstars, organic foods and foreign cars. I don't believe the price of gold, the certainty of growing old. That right is right and left is wrong, that north and south can't get along, that east is east and west is west, and being first is always best. But I believe in love. I believe in babies. I believe in mom and dad, and I believe in you. Well, I don't believe that heaven waits for only those who congregate. I like to think of God as love. He's down below, he's up above. He's watching people everywhere. He knows who does and doesn't care. And I'm an ordinary man. Sometimes I wonder who I am, but I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in magic, and I believe in you. my certainty. What's going on with you and me is a good thing. It's true. I believe in you.
Thank you for everyone for the gift subs and the subs.
Virginity's as common as it used to be. In working days and sleeping nights, that black is black and white is white, that Superman and Robin Hood are still alive in Hollywood, that gasoline's in short supply, the rising cost of getting by, but I believe in love. I believe in old folks. I believe in children, and I believe in you. I believe in love. I believe in babies. I believe in mom and dad.